Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Bev. I'm bringing you guys another trade recap on how I lost $500 this morning trading the NASDAQ. Sorry for the lack of uploads the past couple of days. I've been sick, so I really haven't been on my computer. Been having a bunch of migraines, and on top of that, just kind of been focusing on recovery and just resting up, so I haven't been waking up to trade either. This is the only trade that I've taken all week. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and just get straight into it. So on the weekly, as you can see, we've been selling off all week. We came to this weekly imbalance, sweeping out the previous week's low. So scoped onto the 4 hour here. Looking at it now in hindsight, it wasn't really the best change in state of delivery, but as you can see, we swept out this low right here, and then also we ended up getting a body closure back into the range, and then the 6 a.m. candle ended up closing, causing this change in the state of delivery as this down close candle swept out this low, and then we closed back up above it. So that's why I was interested in looking for longs as well. We are also in a deep discount of the range, so I want to see price come into this imbalance here, as you can see. So I want to see price come into this imbalance here, and then maybe equilibrium of the range. So if we scale down onto the 15-minute, we can go ahead and see that Asia and London basically just accumulated. So pretty much Asia, London, it pretty much just range traded sideways the entire time. And we can see we finally end up getting a break of structure right here, forming this important 15-minute fair value gap. Let's go ahead and just mark that up for visual representation. So we went ahead and made this 15-minute gap at 7:30 a.m. pre-market. So we ended up sweeping out these lows here, and at this point, I was waiting for 10 a.m. because I do prefer to trade after 10 a.m. So we swept out the lows. We were also under both 8:30 and the midnight opening price, so we were discounted as well. So scaling down onto the 1 minute for the entry. So basically, I just waited for 10 a.m. to come into here. So 10 a.m. open, rejected off 8:30, then we sold off below equilibrium into the 15-minute fair value gap that broke these highs. So with common narrative, any fair value gap that breaks structure, it should be respected and held to go higher. So if we go on to our entry, we're gonna go right here. Let's see. All right, so going to our entry, we see right here, price ended up sweeping out these lows. So we swept out that sell side, and we also had an SMT with that as well, since ES did not take that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark out that SMT. Oh my God, brother. Someone keeps calling me. I apologize. So went ahead and marked out this SMT right here. So we swept out liquidity into the 15-minute fair value gap. We had SMT. We also tapped into this 1 minute imbalance that we could see we perfectly respect it, and the body, closes above it. So from there, we had our change in the state of delivery right here, CISD, and we also created this 1 minute bullish fair value gap. So as soon as we created that, went ahead and set a limit on there, stop at the protected low. I was going to target out this high here. So unfortunately, this trade did not plan out the way I intended it to. As you can see, we instantly got draked out of the trade. Prime blacked Lana Rhodes, got the fuck out of there. It is what it is. Unfortunately, it did take a $500 loss there. But it was my model. I felt like, in my opinion, it was a good setup to go higher just due to how discounted we were. But as you can see here, just didn't pan out. I believe we re-sweep a little bit more before we actually decided to move to the upside here. So let me go ahead and just play this forward. So actually, let me go ahead and just get rid of the replay mode. So yeah, unfortunately, this just didn't work out here the way I wanted it to. I feel like if it was any other day, it probably would have worked. But unfortunately, what price ended up doing ultimately was we ended up violating this 15-minute gap. We pretty much said, fuck the SMT, fuck all that. We came down below here, swept out this low. Give me 1 second. Swept out that low, putting another SMT at the lows. So we put another SMT, swept out that low. We took out the devil's mark. I believe we came into a 5 minute as well. Yeah, so we also came into this 5 minute and also barely respected it by like a tick. So yeah, price ended up coming to this 5 minute, barely, it violated it, but we reclaimed it. But nonetheless, as you can see, my idea, draw towards equilibrium, was correct. Unfortunately, this did play out after the macro, unfortunately. So there's nothing I could do there. So yeah, that was the trade that I took today. Idea and narrative were correct. As you can see, price ultimately did end up going to my TP and smashing my full TP. But what can you do? With this trading thing, nothing's 100%. You're basically just playing a game of probabilities. So that is a trade that I took today. Unfortunately, did end off on a loss, but I went ahead and journaled everything. So, I'm gonna went ahead and journaled everything like I said. So coming into Monday, I'm gonna pretty much have my mind refreshed, locked and loaded, ready to go. Hopefully next week, we end off on a green week. I am down on this eval account, unfortunately. But, nonetheless, I brought in accounts back from, damn near like $250 in drawdown. So I'm hoping coming into next week I can start building this account back up and hopefully we can pass it. So if you guys enjoyed my video, just make sure you subscribe, like, comment, do all that good shit. And again, I'll see you guys back on Monday, and I'll do my best to try to get some back testing videos out this weekend. I know I've been slacking, but I am feeling a little bit better now. So hopefully I do have the energy and stop getting all these fuck ass migraines. But yeah, till later, until next time, you guys have a nice day. Thank you.